Yeehaw.
Yeehaw on the prairie that is our novels. Welcome to a Sunday this time. A little pop-up sprint. I wanted to write, and I was like, I need someone to hold a gun to my head because
I'm not holding any guns to any heads.
no, maybe the audience. Nina, will you hold a gun to my head, please?
There you go.
I just needed some motivation and some buddy systeming. So I was like, Malin, can I interest you in a pop-up? And she was like, sure. And here we are. The rest is history. Oh, if you can see the title, it says Diminishing Sprints Edition because I'm trying something new today, which is diminishing sprints. So that's on that.
And you're just going to leave it at that and explain absolutely nothing.
I mean, it's going to be diminishing sprints. There's going to be one sprint, and then there's going to be a shorter sprint, and then a shorter sprint. And that's, the definition of the word diminishing. No, the first sprint is going to be 50 minutes, then we're doing a 10-minute break, then 40 minutes, then a 10-minute break, then 30 minutes, then a 10-minute break, then a 20 minutes, then a 10-minute break, and then 10-minute sprint, and then we're done. So it's going to take 3 hours. If you need to leave early, Marlon, let me know, and I will get by somehow. Okay. My life will be grayer and sadder and more emptier.
God. So much pressure.
But don't feel like that should force your hand to stay.
I think I'll be okay. But we should hold ourselves accountable for the breaks as well.
Yeah, 10-minute break in between the sprints is what. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm here to work today. I haven't written all week. What did I write? I wrote on Friday, Thursday, one of them days. I wrote a little bit, and I just, okay, if I can get some words today, that will be a victory.
So we did a sprint together, just not on live, not on main, on Thursday with Becca.
Yeah. That's when I wrote like 200 words or something, and that's all I've written this week. And I have a deadline. She's fast approaching. Heart palpitations, yes. So we'll see.
You can do it. I believe in you. I think what you need is a more toxic job, because clearly that's what's been pushing me like to 30K already.
Yeah, I don't know. I wrote my bachelor thesis on 3 days or something. So, and I gotta be on that. So I clearly work best under pressure.
I mean, yes, and I used to be like the same, but also we're in our 30s, and I feel like it's different now.
No, you can't tell me this. I'm banking on the fact that the deadline will approach and I will get my ass in gear.
I just feel like consistency is a little bit more key now than like last minute, let's just fucking do it.
I can't subscribe to this narrative because I will perish. But I love this for you. No, a little bit every day is my, like, the way I tend to not do stuff, but get most stuff done. And every day is a new start. So I don't know. I'm just very stressed for someone who always figures it out. Is my thesis statement, I guess. Let's see. Let's say hello to people. Hello, Nina. Guten Morgen. Wie geht's in Austrian? I don't know the Austrian terms for that, but Kagehime is here. Hello, which is German, I think. Guten Morgen. Wie geht's? Question mark. A water gun for you. Yeah, filled with lemon juice. Damn, Stig said productivity. Yeah. We'll bank in about 2.5 hours worth of productivity in like 3-ish hours. If all goes according to plan. But when we did our little sprint session on Thursday, we talked for like an hour before we did like 20 minutes. And then we talked for another 30 minutes. And we're like, okay, I guess we're done now.
And I don't think you guys would have done any sprints if I hadn't been like, hey, are we going to sprint? Question mark.
Yeah. So way to kill the vibe, but it was needed.
Sus.
Yeah.
The burger moon.
I need to finish my story. Welcome. How far, when, to which end, why? Tell me everything. Nina says, when's the deadline, Steve? My deadline is somewhere between June 1st and August 31st. So ideally July 1st, which means I have about 3.5 months.
What's your percentage of done in your book at the moment, or like which act are you in and all that?
I'm like a couple of chapters into Act 2.
Okay.
So making progress percentage-wise. I think I've ticked off 33% of the scenes planned, question mark.
Okay.
I haven't really
Pretty good.
updated the progress tracker in a while because I keep having to like insert little scenes in between all the action because I'm like, wait, they should react to this somehow. Wait, they should talk about this. Wait,
Yeah.
they need to
I'm
talk.
having this issue as well now where I'm like, oh, I probably need to address this that I didn't in the first draft. But then as I write it, I also sometimes feel like this doesn't feel natural. It just feels like I've, like I'm thinking, oh, this needs to be tick, 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 rather than a regular flow.
Yeah, very much that.
Mm.
But it is what it is, what it is. So I don't know what to do different. Yeah, I can figure this out in the next draft. As long as if I have every piece in this draft, I can always rearrange it. But then I'm like, oh, but the dev editor, I don't want to give her a shitty second draft, I guess this would be, but I'm rewriting a lot. So it's the first draft essentially. But then I also don't want to polish the prose because she could be like, this act is not working, figure it out. And I don't want to spend time working on prose for a set piece that isn't staying, if that makes sense.
I think you can also say that when you send the manuscript. You can be like, I've really not worked on the prose at this stage because I'm aware things will be moving. So, don't judge that.
It's just a lot of stage directions, I guess. And that's
they know their jobs. They know what they're doing and they're aware of what they're receiving as a package. You're not the first person to send a manuscript, Like,
it sure feels like it, though, Mally. Sure feels like it. So yeah, June 1st, ideally, realistically, July 1st. Latest I could ever do was August 31st.
Okay.
So yeah, that's sort of a 3-month span, granted.
And I have tagged myself onto your deadline in a way by saying I'm going to give my critique partners my manuscripts around June, but whether it's the first one or the last day of the month.
Leaving little loopholes everywhere we go. No, the deadline still works for the brain, but the body disagrees. Oh, yeah. Boy, does she. Good for you, Malin. Couldn't be me.
To have a toxic job that pushes me to write more?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
Neon Moon is here. Hello, hello. Feeling guilty for an unproductive weekend, so let's get some sprinting done. And good news, we're going to do a lot of sprints, Neon Moon. We're going to do a lot of sprints. Kagehima says, my deadline is in 10 hours, and you're still writing the book? Where's Mark? When I put the date in Amazon, I thought that would be easy as I wanted to finish last month. Well, best of luck. Oh my God, hi. Hello, my sweet prince. Hi, Rip, and welcome. No, you have today off, question mark? Or were you working today? I forget. I hope you. Hi.
In all caps,
Nicki Minaj, which is kind of not trending anymore.
Hi.
Puppy, yeah. I think we're going to crank out the first sprint because we are doing a 50-minute sprint, which is going to be the biggest sprint we're doing. And then we're doing a 10-minute break. I am going to be writing.
I'm going to be editing my video, I think, in the first one, and then I'll be writing, hopefully, in the one after.
Yeah, so we're going to do a 50-minute sprint, then 40-minute, then 30-minute, then 20-minute, then 10-minute, and we're going to have 10-minute breaks in between. So that's the game plan today. Cracking the whip, really. And let's see if this is sustainable. Let's do a little summer timer because it's just a summer vibe.
Yay.
And it's 10 past, so we're going to go now. 50-minute sprint. Here we go.
You're not muted. Pew
Chirp,
pew.
chirp. How did you do for that sprint, Malin?
I finished editing my video and I made the thumbnail. Both.
Ooh.
It's just exporting it because it's a lot of OBS footage of my screen. It's a little bit heavier to export, so it's still exporting. It's got a minute left and 40 seconds or something. And then I will schedule it for later today. So, yay.
How do we feel about 50-minute sprints? Did we hate it?
No, actually, I feel like for video editing in particular, it's really good because you get in the zone at some point, and I feel like it's harder to split that into like 30 minutes, sprints. When I'm writing, maybe I would have been like, oh, I need a break, but video editing, perfect. And also I made a coffee as well, so I did have a small break in between at some point. So all good. How about you? Did you enjoy the 50 minutes?
Yes. Yeah. I think it was good.
Did you get into the zone?
Not quite sure if I got into the zone. I did some writing. I wrote 77 words, but then I also edited everything that I had in the scene so far, just went through it and like streamlined it.
Yeah.
And I also wrote out like a little scene card that I'm working with so that I know what the scene is about.
Wait, I haven't seen those.
No, this is the scene card I made based on my needs.
But I love it. Are you going to give us details or just is this going to remain a mystery?
I guess I can give a detail. I'm just going to finish what I did. I also updated the progress tracker for my novel. I'm at, I already forgot because I put in the scenes that I was missing. I'm at 37.8% of the novel is done. And when I finish this current scene, I'm on 40%.
That's amazing.
So, yeah. So I did that, and then I did the little sheet, how to do a think-in, had a little revelation, and then I went back and edited all the words that I'd written so far in the scene, and then I got like 2 new lines or something.
Yeah.
So now I'm like ready for the next sprint.
Nice.
This is the scene card. I made this myself in Word. I don't know. Is it mirrored for you or is it the right way?
No, it's the right way, but you can make yourself bigger. So I'm smaller, so we can see it more if you want. So.
No, I would hate that. Okay, here we go. Can we? Yeah, maybe do
that's good.
that. So it's just like, zoom. Who is she? Focus. Can you see it?
Scene outline. Yeah, I can read it. It's a scene outline and
scene
then
outline. Here's the title, which I just put scene number, whatever, and then like a little shorthand for the scene.
Yeah.
This current scene is called Fort Vigil. So just so I know where in the story I am. The setting, so like where the story takes place. Time frame, how long the scene takes. I don't know if I find that very useful.
I don't. But I find it useful to know approximately where it takes place in the timeline rather than how long it takes place.
Yeah, so I might switch this to like a day count because there's a like ticking clock on my novel. So this might be like I'm currently on day 8, so this might change into that at some point. Key points was just like the action, like they go here, they do this, they discover that sort of thing. Characters involved in character development. So like what particularly am I, like who's involved in the scene and like what am I developing?
Yeah.
Just the plot progression. So like the actual plot, what do they learn and how do they solve it?
Yeah.
This is any subplot or themes that I'm adding, like romance, whatever, yada yada. Yeah. Any foreshadowing goes here, so any like clues because there's a mystery. So any clues or stuff.
That's so useful, actually.
Any clues and stuff that I want to include in the scene goes here, and then just what's the result. So I try to have like at least one reaction or one decision or one twist in each scene. Ideally, I have more of them, but this is just so.
The bottom, the very bottom there. Yeah. Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah.
So like what is the reaction, what is the decision, or what is the twist?
Yeah.
Absolutely, a scene must contain one of them, but ideally I aim for 2, and some even have all 3 in them.
Wow.
Just so like I can keep like, okay, this is actually the point of the scene.
I love that. I love organization stuff about it.
Yeah, I tried to make it, I made it in Notion, but it wasn't really hitting the same way as the paper version does.
I actually think I might implement the thing you've got on your scene into one of my like because my reverse outline is so modular because it is like on Notion and I can just add columns whenever I'm like, okay, like recently I've added a new word column because I realized I wanted to compare the old word count with the new word count. So I like some of the elements that you've got in your scene outline that I might like add in there. I've already got my
Feel free.
time frame-ish, but this is
Yeah.
good.
I did not invent tracking, foreshadowing, and setups, so it's
But
free.
I haven't seen, I don't think the tracking of foreshadowing is in like the story grid reverse outline stuff. And so when I set it up, obviously
No.
I was
Yeah.
following that quite closely. So it's quite a nice one to add to it.
Yeah, just because there's a mystery, there's things unfolding.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, okay, I gotta make sure that I'm actually keeping track. That's the stuff I wanna foreshadow and set up actually
Yeah.
are foreshadowed and set up.
I think I would need two foreshadowing columns just so I can track both, or more like one foreshadowing column of, who the fact that there's a traitor and who it is. And then another column that's not really foreshadowing, but more like how much information is revealed about the zombies before we get to that point. Because I kind of feel like that's one of the things I'm struggling with at the moment with the editing process. Like, how much do I reveal to the reader? Because you get into a book where you pretty much know it's going to be about zombies, you already know that. But how much do you tell people and at which
Yeah.
stage? So
Yeah. So if I did
making
like a
me,
little grid, I would probably have one column for the romance and the progression, one for the mystery and the progression, and then
yeah,
maybe just one for foreshadowing. I don't know.
yeah,
Yes, I made it myself. It is Frankenstein out of a bunch of different outlines that I looked at and a bunch
I
of
love
different,
this.
yeah. So anyway, let's quickly see what people did
Yes.
before we have to go into our next
Yeah, I
sprint.
forgot that we're on a
Crunch,
on a
crunch,
track.
munch, munch. It's a 10-minute break only, and we got 3 minutes left.
Yeah.
Let's see. We're joined by Ang, Devesha. I have to go, but love being a random pop-up NPC. I also love that. Thank you so much, guys. And yeah, miss you too. Miss you. Hope to see you soon. We were joined by Keiko. Guten Morgen. Or Guten Tag, wie geht's? Last day of vacay, so
Oh,
it
sad.
doesn't go good, is what I'm getting. Literary is here. Hello. I wrote 246 words. Hello. I hope the sprint makes up for the one I didn't do on Thursday, Literary Lighthouse, because I know you were bummed. Kagehima wrote 182 words. Nina wrote 835 words in one of my 3 active webs. Lol. Love that.
Oh,
750-ish words. Not bad. Not bad indeed, Neo Moon. Well done.
very good.
I read that as Last Day of Decay and was like a bit concerned. I mean, if it's the end of the vacay, it's also the end of the decay because they have to go back to work. Was he named? Her questions breaks whatever silence could settle between them within a few heartbeats. She sits up in her bed, her white nightgown stained red from the midwife's hands. Ooh. Ugly, harrowing sobs rip the woman apart as she turns from the girl. She minds not, though thoughts far away as she thinks of his life. Other siblings deserved a life, real or imagined. Oh, okay. Pregnancy gone wrong? Uh, yes. Cool. Accent free. Wow. I did German for 6 years, so I don't know. There's always an accent, but well, last day of vacay and early shift tomorrow. Oh, isn't that the worst?
That is
Isn't
the
that the
worst.
worst? Speaking of the worst, we're going to go into another sprint, so I hope you're ready to crank out
Already?
some work. I know. I'm sorry, Malin.
But I'll be
But
writing this time.
this is exactly as the prophecy foretold, because I did
Yeah.
clear this with
This is
admin
bad
before.
for yappers.
Oof. And Lord knows we love to yap.
Yeah.
Can I get this? We're going to do a 40 minutes sprint now, and then another 10-minute break, and then a 30-minute sprint, and then another 10-minute break, and then a 20-minute sprint, and then another 10-minute break, and then a 10-minute sprint. And then we're done. And then we've cranked out 2.5 hours of productivity. That is if you're just tuning into this. Okay, let's pour ourselves some cocktails. Refreshing. How
Delicious.
delicious. How was that sprint for you, Malin?
It was good. I spent the first 10 minutes or so finishing up the video stuff and just, getting it ready to upload. And then had I've got two new scenes that I've been working on recently. So I first reread everything because I feel like, especially when it's just brand new draft, I feel a little bit more concerned about whether it still makes sense with the rest, if the prose is any good at all. So I had a little reread, and I'm actually quite happy with them because I feel like they give me so much more characterization from like the different dialogues that I'm getting in there, and I feel quite glad that I went through the exercise of adding some scenes with some of the characters, because now I'm like, okay, I can tell there's more attachment to everyone who's gonna die. So
Oh God, Malin. Stop it.
um, and then
Nobody's dying.
I wrote an extra like 400 words or so in the scene I'm writing now. So yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty happy with it.
Pretty solid. I did no writing because I had to stop and world build. So that's what I did.
But that's important. That's pretty important.
Yeah, my characters are going to a military fort. So I had to like figure out what that looked like. So I made a little chart.
Ooh, love a little
Uh,
drawing. Yes.
I already see that what I have drawn does not align with the vision I have. So I need to redo it, which is, it was helpful.
Yeah.
And then I also like, okay, this placement of this fort, what does that mean for the story and the world that I'm having? And there's this river that runs, because I'm basing my city off of, it's basically historical AU of Denver in Colorado.
Okay.
So, and Denver has like a river, and like, people live on both sides of it, blah, 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 blah. But in my world, like the mountains are infested with monsters. So the government has made like basically a Colorado exclusion zone where you're not allowed to live, called the
Okay.
Borderlands. So you're not allowed to live on the Borderlands. So like
Yes.
everyone who lived on the Borderlands has been like rehomed on the other side of the river.
Ooh, it's
Basically.
giving haunted village vibes of whatever
There's
left.
like farms and villages and
Yeah.
whatnot that are like scattered on the plains that are like
Okay.
abandoned for the last
Creepy.
however many years since, I think it's 13 years since the invasion. Um, and obviously this comes with a lot of historical connotations, like a lot of Native Americans have been rehomed by the government. So like, okay, I need to develop that, because that can't just be like a little, it can't just be a bit. It has to be like
Yeah.
an actual, and like one of the team members on my team is like Native American. So what would that mean for her, and like where her story and her arc and all that.
Yeah.
So I had to just
Do some
make a
thinking.
bunch of notes,
Yeah.
basically.
But that's all useful for later anyway.
Yeah, that's all useful for later. So it was good. It was a good sprint. I didn't get any words on the page, but I did get words in my head and a little schematic drawing.
Nice.
Let's see what our friends did. Nina says, I had to put the cone on my cat because she has a wound she keeps licking, and she is not happy. Would you be happy if you got a cone, Nina? I don't think so. So it got to be emotional support. The writing may suffer.
When I have to put the cone on Edgar, we have to put cone and donut, because otherwise he's a little contortion artist and he can like still get to whatever wound usually.
Aye, aye, aye. And Laura is here. Hello, hello. Morning to you too, Laura. About 700 words for Neon Moon, and then I got distracted making tea. What's the flavor? Call in. Did my ear medication stuff and folded laundry. Important work. I also did empty the dishwasher because that was done. So,
Nice.
211 words for Kagehime. 202 words and was emotional support to my cat. Important work. Yeah, show your cat was helpful and not a huge distraction. She's getting all the pets and all the snacks. She is still not amused though. Yeah. Oh, I just read the other message. Poor kitty, give her extra pets. And we were joined by Anna Robbins Writes. Hello, welcome. Are you writing? Colin. Yeah. Also did an attempt of making shakshuka. Not
I love
working.
shakshuka. It's delicious.
What is shakshuka?
It's like eggs, but inside like a tomato spicy sauce thing.
Okay.
I will Google to
I
look at it because it looks yummy.
But 90 minutes to cook some eggs? That
I
seems like
think
a
I
lot.
think it's supposed to be made in the oven. That's probably why.
Oh, like a baked situation.
Yeah.
Okay, it does
Well,
look delicious.
it's still. I mean, I think of it as a brunch type of dish.
As lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks delicious. Pinning this for later because I love egg and I love tomato and I love bread. So this does seem like something that I would be into.
But I would be more into buying it at a restaurant because I agree with you. I don't want to wait 90 minutes.
Yeah. But if it's just like a thing you prep and then set in the oven for an hour, like that's easy. But I don't want to
Yeah.
cook for 90 minutes. Now I now have switched the donut. It perfectly arrived during the sprint. She likes it more, but is still not happy about it. I hope the donut alone is enough. And Anna is switching their summer and winter wardrobes.
That's a
LOL.
lot of work. Good luck.
Um, that's what I thought, but I think stuff went wrong. The eggs didn't look like on the pictures.
Oh no.
I hate when that happens. I love shakshuka. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not gonna cook it again. So, oh, okay. Yeah, it has to cook and simmer a lot during the process for several minutes, at least according to the recipe that I found. Ugh. That
Again,
was.
just go to the restaurant and buy it there. Easier.
I am tired indeed. This was my experience with making sourdough bread. Like, so
Mm.
much work. So much work.
You
And it
just have
just
to learn
turned
from
out shit.
is it Sasha who kept making sourdough bread?
Ugh, yeah, but
In the
like,
Discord.
like, if I want to bake bread, I can't be like, oh, I want to bake bread. Let me just prep this so it's ready in 24 hours. I want to do it now. So it was
I
a lot.
just the
Yeah.
whole point of me having a job that I don't like is that it gives me money to buy the things that I don't want to make. So I will buy my sourdough bread.
But I wanted to make sourdough bread, I thought.
Sure.
Uh, so I got the starter from this lady at work, and now the starter is dead, I think. Yeah. RIP to him. He made a single batch of sourdough ciabattas, and then he was like, actually, this isn't for me. Yeah. You can
By the
freeze the
way,
finished
we
bread.
have 2 minutes left.
Oh,
Do you have a
God.
line? You haven't
Do I
shared
have a what?
a line. You haven't shared any lines so far, which is
Oh, I
strange.
haven't been writing.
Did you not write in
Uh,
the first print?
I did. Let's see. I'll share a little like jokey thing. Um, well, it's not a jokey. It's a little showing the backstory of two characters moment. So what did I interrupt? Cassidy asked as Jim entered with a pan of fried eggs and placed it on the table. It was nothing, Benjamin said hastily as he loaded up a plate with a couple of eggs. Grace already had a mouthful of egg, a lot of egg, that she chewed and blew on simultaneously as she spoke. Joseph here was telling us about the time they put a teacher's pants on a pig and let it loose in the teacher's lounge.
That's
It was
terrible.
it was Benji's idea, all of it, I swear. Benjamin blushed and waved his hand. It was just a silly prank. It was funny, and you were the one who came up with the idea of stealing Dr. Morinelli's trousers and putting them on a pig. Mr. Whitlock's eyes lingered on Benjamin as he was chewing down breakfast.
I love that this is so relevant to the discussion we've just had about shakshuka.
They're not doing shakshuka, but it was funny though, because I'm like, I just wrote about eggs. What do you know?
Literally.
Yeah, so that's like just showing the Benjamin and Joseph backstory of them going to medical school and pranking the professor.
Nice.
And my main character is like, whatever. So let's see. It's time for another sprint. Do you have a line to share?
I can wait until the next break. That's
You
okay.
have a minute.
Then I
Well,
will share a singular line if you want.
I won't.
Yes, they're dead, but they're still walking around. There we go.
I think you shared that before because I remember that line.
Very possibly. However, I have reused it from a previous chapter, but it's gone into a different new scene. So
Makes sense. Okay, are you ready for a 30-minute sprint this time?
yes, we can do it.
let's dive in.
Nice one.
Splish.
Splish splash.
How did you do for that sprint?
Good. I'm now at 890 words total. So I think I've done a bit similar to the previous sprint, like 400 words or so. And I had a little snack, and that's it.
L'incredible. Well done. I drew a city map because I needed to
Ooh,
figure out the layout. It's just a sketch.
still cool. Very cool.
And then I also wrote. So I did actually write this print. I'm at 144 words for the day.
Nice.
And it's easier now that I have the layout of the city figured out. But it involved looking at maps of, Denver in 81 and see how that would transform into the version of Denver that I'm writing.
New alternate universe, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why it took some time. But I have figured out like the major locations in city where they are in correlation to each other.
Yeah.
So hopefully that makes it a bit easier.
Cool.
Do you have a line to share?
Do I have a line to share? I don't have anything good.
Doesn't have to be good. It just has to be Malin.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay. For a second, everyone just stares at me. There's a strange tension in the air, like a limbo, the crew teetering between sudden laughter at what must be a lousy, inappropriate prank, and the sinking realization that nothing they've been told covers the true horrors of what unfolded on Mission Eternity. You were all there on that mission, Jones says, turning to Freddie, Saturn, and Carson on the other side of the table. Is she telling the truth? I wince in annoyance. Freddie squirms uncomfortably. Carson is the one to speak up first. I know they went crazy, he admits, his tone grim, and attacked Themis and Freddie. They sustained injuries, that part is true, but I don't believe they're dead. You saw those stills. They're still there, walking around the settlement, waiting to be rescued. I'll just give you that.
Boom, boom, boom.
Tensions arise.
I want to read this book, Malin.
Soon. One day.
One day.
I'm going pretty quickly, I think,
You're going very, very quickly. As I said, I'm at 28,000 words, and I started like a year ago. So you're doing heaps better than me.
You did not start your draft to a year ago.
No, I started like August 1st or something, and then I didn't write for a couple of months. But still, it's going not too fast. But it's going.
But you did have a break in between, so.
I did have a break, indeed. Let's see what people did. Kiko says, I got impatient with the eggs because I had been 10 minutes or more, and then I just mixed it all up and put in some cream cheese because I had some. And then with rice, tasted good, but still not going to cook it again.
I'm pretty sure I would eat shakshuka on like sourdough bread, actually. Funnily enough, you need to make sourdough bread now.
No. Well, you have the time while you wait for the eggs to cook, I guess, if it's 90 minutes. I have other stuff that goes within 25 minutes or else. Yeah, or less. I'm the same way. Like dinner, if it's over 25 minutes, I'm like, for who? To what end?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
That's the line that should go on the front of the book. Haha.
They're dead, but still walking around. That's just, to be fair. It's good marketing.
That should be your blurb quote. Yeah. Neon got like 300 more words. I've run into a plot hole I missed. I need to figure out how to fix it. Oh, I love the map. They're so fun to make. They are fun to make.
May I suggest a walk, Neon Moon? I don't know if that helps you, but I generally feel like every single time I go on a walk, if I've been thinking about a problem for my book, then while I'm on the walk, it like unlocks because I'm not actively thinking about it anymore. And it's like the shower solution as well. Like if you took a shower and you've been thinking about things, then it's like, I don't know, the cogs start turning.
I was thinking about making a mechanical sound, but I don't know what sound cogs making. Like squick, 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 squick. But that wasn't as fun to say.
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, my cogs squeak, evidently. So.
Oh, you need to oil them.
I need to oil them. Yeah, I'm having dinner after the stream, so I'm very excited for that. Oh my god, hiya! Hiya, Katie. You are coming in 2.5 hours in. Uh, how far are we down to? 20 minutes? Is that the next?
Yeah, I think so. So you still have 2 sprints left, right? Like the 20 minutes one and then a 10-minute one. Yeah.
Aye. This has gone very fast. I don't know if it's the chop chop on the talking in between.
I think it is the chop chop on the joke.
I fear it might be. Oh my god, dang, my sleepy mind. Well, to be fair, we started at like 8 a.m. for you, so
Yeah.
that's not a bad idea, actually. Walk and think. And we have a line from Nina. Feeling better, my prince? 7 taunted. Or did a little nibble hurt a great warrior like you enough to make him shudder and faint? He's a vampire.
I like the name 7. It makes
As
me
in the Umbrella Academy?
I know, I immediately think of 4 from Divergent, and then the joke of like, what, 1, 2, 3 were already taken? Haha. It's just so stupid.
Or maybe
That's even better. Because 4 made no sense to me.
Lordy Lord, what's it called? One Piece. Because they're like numbers, the villains, like Mr. 1,
Miss
Mr.
Wednesday
7.
and all that. Miss
Yeah.
I
Miss
can't
Good
remember.
Morning, or whatever her name was. Miss Goodweather, was it probably?
Have not watched season 2 of the live action version yet. But I
I watched it so fast when I started. It was so good. I loved it.
nice.
I took He Dog for a walk, which is much needed.
I think it's the dog, probably. Probably not He Dog, like He-Man.
Oh, I love He Dog. That's nice. Is he as hulked out as He-Man is? That's what I want to know. But he only has 4 fears, Malin.
Is that why he was called 4? That's so stupid. I don't remember much.
I'm missing some plot here. Who's 4? I
In
am number 4?
Divergent.
Oh, in Divergent. I was thinking about I am number 4. No, that's not the title. Is it the title? Was that a movie with Diana Agron? I am number 4?
I don't know.
It is 2011.
No idea what that is either.
2011? That's a year.
Well, yeah, I know 2011 is a year. I don't know the movie, and I don't know who Diana Agron is.
Quinn from Glee? The blonde cheerleader?
I see her face vaguely, I think. I've never watched Glee. I've seen enough GIFs to know that's not for me. Like, I'm glad I avoided that.
Aye. Well, you should also avoid I am number 4. It was shite.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It had, I forget his name. Alex Pettifier? I remember that. Okay.
Do you remember that name?
Yeah, I think was he canceled? Was he like the first one to be canceled, or?
Oh, I didn't know he was cancelled. I just thought he was not that great of an actor, so he stopped being booked or something.
Yeah, that could be it. But he was very cute though, very demure. Oh my god, I remember that movie. Yeah. It's an alien movie, actually. There were also books.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, sci-fi. He was adopted after his village burned down and didn't know the language, so when they asked his name, he just said his age, and it stuck. He doesn't remember his real name
I actually
anymore.
love that reason so much more than he has 4 fears, and that's why he's 4. Which is so stupid. I'm sorry.
Oh, this was 7 from Nina's story, was it not?
Yes.
Or was this 4? Yeah.
No, this is 7 from Nina's story, and I like her reason for naming a character by a number. I don't like the reason for naming 4 after a number.
It's kind of funny because one of my characters have a horse named 6 because it's just the 6th horse she has.
Okay, but also that's hilarious. So that's good enough. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, just as like this is 6.
Made into this is funny, like this is stupid, but on purpose. I love that.
Yeah. I thought it was Teresa Palmer in that movie, LMAO, but I think that was the Sorcerer Apprentice. I always get those movies confused. I don't know. I think she's in both, question mark. Anyway, 10 minutes has passed.
This is crazy quick. Like,
buckle up, Malin. I hope you have seatbelt. Keep your hands and feet inside the ride at all times. Can I just click on another? That is your shorts. We're not. Oh, we should be watch them live on main. I don't know. Call in if you want us to just review Malin's shorts live on main.
Nina, he has 7 fears, garlic, the sun crosses, and 4 other things, I guess.
20 minutes. Here we go. Munch, munch. How did you do, Miss Malin?
Actually, really good. I work better under pressure because I'm at 1,400 words for the day. So that means I've done another like 600 or 700 in this one sprint.
Incredible as usual. And I see your video just went live, so everybody should go
Yes.
and watch that after this is done.
I planned
We're
it for
soon
4
done.
p.m. for some reason. I was just like, that'll do. So
That'll do, Pete. That'll do. We have one more sprint left, so 10 minutes, and then you
yes.
can watch Malin's video. Do you have a line to share?
Do I? Okay, I'll just read you the last little paragraph. What about you, Axel? Freddie asks. Axel stretches his arms above his head, like the whole conversation barely bothers him. I don't vote, he says, deadpanned. My job is to keep the crew secure, wherever that is. My contract doesn't even say where. If you all decide to go, I'm going too. I shake my head. Hang on a minute, I say. You've got people back home, people you care about. You should still get to vote because your life matters both to yourself and to them. That's it. That's the last.
But not to me.
Well, she's not going to say that out loud in front of everyone.
Classic her. Thanks so much for sharing. I also wrote some words. I'm only at 337 for the day, but I did some word building, so
Still good. Still good.
Yeah.
Do you have a line to share?
330. Oof. Okay, I don't know. We actually have other plans, Cassidy grumbled as he helped himself to some breakfast. We need to talk to the general about last night's events. He should be able to help us with a certain situation. He glanced at the others as Mr. Whitlock's eyes flickered between them. He didn't want him to catch wind of the mission. No competitors was the best competitor. A smirk tugged at the corner of his mouth. So secretive, Mr. Chase. But that's all right. We can go another time. He beat down on the last piece of egg on his plate while staring at Cassidy, unblinking. I'm a patient man. I can wait. I'll find some other means to pass the time until Arma wakes up. We have a job lined up for the afternoon, in any case.
It's giving. All right, then. Keep your secrets.
It's kind of what I'm going for. Sort of like, he's like, I'm patient, I can wait, in terms of the conversation happening around the table, but also, like,
I'm picturing Elijah Wood's face when you say it, is all.
Oh, it's not giving Elijah Wood at all, the character. But that's fun. So it's just like also in reference to the conversation around the table, but also in reference to like, oh, I see that you and this guy that I'm interested in have a thing, but I can wait until, it's over. I'm a patient man. I'm tenacious like that.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I'm trying to give during the conversation. It's not perfect, but it is.
It is, and that's all that matters at this point anyway. And I kind of like that you're writing a breakfast scene where everyone's having important conversation. I'm writing a dinner scene where everyone's having important conversation.
Once again, just tapping in.
Synced.
Let's see what our friends did. Yeah, 7 fears, garlic, the sun crosses, and four other things, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, that's crazy. 96 words for Kagehima. Well done. Oh my god, slay, Malin. There you go. That's it. No notes. The way that sprint ended right as the video in my playlist switched over, and I was like, what? Love that. I just contemplated what I want to do with my life. Did you reach an answer? Call in.
And are you contemplating it in a newsletter that you're setting up as a new newsletter? Or not?
Yeah. Something about that. How cute. Love a keep your secrets reference. And John was job searching. Ooh. Is it happening?
Also contemplating what you want to do with your life, I guess, in a way.
Yes. That's more than I can say. I'm not sure what this is in reference to, but...
Word counts, maybe? I don't know.
But they did share a word count, 96 words.
Wait, what? Oh yeah.
Like another 500 words of brainstorming. Not sure how much will be usable. I need my caffeine to kick in. It is 5 p.m. I would die if I had caffeine now. Are you
Well,
like an evening caffeine girly?
it also depends what time it is for Neon Moon. I can't remember when Neon Moon
Oh,
is.
that is true. Neon Moon could be American.
But I had my last. I like my last coffee around 2, 3 p.m. max. But 4 p.m. is already a bit too late for me.
Yeah, I cut off at noon, and sometimes
Mm.
I'm rebellious and do 1 p.m. But then,
I do need an afternoon coffee a bit after my lunch, to be fair. But it doesn't really wake me up much. It's more like the taste of milk and sugar, really.
that's fair. LMAO, no answer yet. Feeling like running away into the woods. The way I'm basically only qualified to ask people if they'd like fries with that is quite depressing. I'm
What?
trying. I don't actually know what level of education you're at, but maybe you could get some more done.
But
We are
also,
young.
you are experienced in a job you're doing, so that counts as something, you know? Like, there's more skills that we don't consider as like, oh, this is specifically math or engineering or whatever. It's just, it's more like people skills or stuff like that. Like, even just admin skills, those matter.
Yeah, what she said. Also petting Bunny and also still wondering about the newsletter patrons situ. Who knows? Not me, which is what thoughts are for. Oh, that's more than I can say to your draft being done. Um, well, if you're publishing in a few hours, when was it? At midnight? I forget. maybe your draft should be done soon. I'm just being reckless with late time caffeine.
Okay.
Lol. Before bed, an energy drink. I would die. Literally, Red Bull gives me a heart murmur. I am fragile. I currently have a student who shadows me, and he has Red Bull for breakfast, and I just,
Oh my God.
ugh, the
Gross.
hubris of youth. He's like
I,
21, and I'm
I
just
feel
like,
like the
yep,
only
that
time I
tracks.
remember people getting Red Bull all the time were during exams in school, but like after that, I've never seen really people. Oh yeah, and they were also doing Red Bulls at festivals. I've seen a lot, but that's it.
Oh,
I'm not a fan.
yes, it is indeed for publishing at midnight. Everything requires at least a bachelor's degree. It doesn't even have to be in the area you're applying for or rolls eyes. And I have no college education. Could you get college educated? Question mark. If you so want to. Though I
Can
think,
you work backwards from like maybe like a goal of like I'd like to be able to do this job specifically, therefore I'm giving myself this much time to like study part time this or
yeah.
maybe.
Oh, that sucks. I need caffeine so bad. Oh, we're running out of time. I need caffeine so bad that the bunny is laying on my leg, so I'm legally not allowed to move. Facts.
Yeah, true.
I tried going back to school a few years ago and couldn't even get accepted at the local college. 15 years of experience in accounting means nothing, apparently. Night classes? Question mark? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You could always just marry a rich man. Or woman, I guess. Okay, a last sprint of this diminishing sprint edition bonanza extravaganza. 10 minutes, a little cool down sprint.
You choose an
And then
autumnal one.
I know, but you haven't really posted any new spring ones.
What about the plain one? That's like holiday vibes. It's spring-ish.
Oh, yeah, the plane gives me PTSD. I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
Yeah. 10 minutes, and then we're doing a little roundup. Not a roundup. Sure, a roundup, and then we're done for the day. 3 to 1, let's roll. That was so quick.
I feel like that was quicker than 10 minutes.
No, sorry, babe. That was 10 minutes.
That's
I think?
crazy.
Question
I
mark.
just feel like it went so quickly.
Well, 10 minutes is no time at
Yeah,
all.
but I wrote so much in 20 minutes that this feels weird, you know?
Maybe 20 minutes is like the perfect date.
Yeah. Yeah.
How
Um,
did you do?
I think I finished the scene. I was just really struggling with the last sentence because I'm not saying exactly. I feel like it's just the wording. Like I'm happy with where it ends, but the wording feels weird. So I think I'm just gonna let it simmer for a bit, come back to it, and probably change a little bit the last words. And the total word count for the scene is 2,322, which I was typing. So
Woo-hoo! Well done.
yay!
Do you have
That's
the last line to share?
yes, but it's bad because, like I said, I want to
Bad as a
rework it.
line.
I'll,
It
I'll
literally can't be bad. There's just words.
I'll give you the last sentence, but yeah. That leaves you, Themis, Freddie says, holding her breath. I take in the crew, one after the other. There's more trust there than I feared. More determination, too. We'll raise the training to 2 hours a day, I say to Lucky. And I go where my crew goes. I add in a mirror to Axel's own words. If it means we're going to the pits of hell, then so be it. I raise my glass to the crew, grinning at my own dark joke, the only one to see humor in the midst of this serious conversation.
Dun, dun, dun.
I don't really like the last sentence because I want to say something about like the only one to see like some like the dark humor in the middle of, and I can't like it's just not the right sentence, but it's kind of there, you know.
You're not at a line level edit just yet, I think. Question mark?
No, I know, but I still want it to like be reasonably good.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I did some more roten. I'm at 374 for today. Line. Cassidy felt his jaw clench as he fought the urge to wipe off Mr. Whitlock's smirk with an iron skillet.
Oh, violent. Love it.
I mean, it is the Wild Wild West.
That's fair.
Yeah. Ugh, I'm just struggling so much with like, I'm writing the alt text of the movie that I'm watching in my head of my character moving around.
Yeah, I see what you mean. And like you're using like filter words type of things because of your
Not
like
necessarily, but it's just like, it's a description of a novel. It's not a novel. Like, I'm not allowing the character to share his experience with the reader, I feel like.
I think you're still doing so. It's just that's going to be more like fixed in line edits. So that's not something you really can fix that much now.
I can, but then I would never get anywhere.
Yes, and you have a deadline. So
Yeah. But that's like my biggest struggle. Is like, I don't know, I'm just reporting on what Cassidy is doing, and I'm not really, reporting on what he's experiencing. And I wish I could do it just flawlessly from the get-go, but
well, you've got more chance of doing it when you know that's an issue that you're facing because then you know what to fix. So at least you've got something to work from rather than not being aware, you
but
know?
I want to be perfect now, Malin. I don't want to put 20 years of effort into developing my writing skills.
We cannot be perfect now.
Maybe she's
Probably
bored
never.
with it. Anyway, thank you for coming today. That was the last sprint, 3.5 hours in.
Holy
How do we feel
shit.
about
We've been
the
there.
diminishing sprints edition?
We've been there a while. That's wild.
Yeah. How do you feel about like doing the diminishing return sprints? Did you like it?
I like it in terms of productivity. I don't know if I would have the time to do 3.5 hours every single time we want to do one of these. That's the only
Yeah,
thing.
that would be
We might
an
want to like
investment.
start it at like a later point or end it before the time, like maybe do a 40 to 20 minutes. So it's like 40, 30
Well,
and
we could
20.
just start at the 41. That'll be like approx 2 hours,
Yeah.
which is like my general sprint length when I do my Thursday sprints. So we could start at 40, 30, 20, 10. And it
Yeah.
would still be more than what we usually get done.
True. I think
Okay.
the hardest
Yeah.
part is keeping the yapping down to a minimum and just doing it at 10 minutes. However, when I've done days where I'm like, okay, I'm going to do tons of sprints today by myself, I kind of tend to do it really similarly to this. It's just not diminishing. It's just that I'll do like 35 or 40 minutes, then 10-minute break, and I'll be much more strict because there's no one I'm yapping with at the same time.
I can yap with myself though. That's the
So I feel
problem.
like the diminishing aspect of it is a fun gimmick, but I don't think that's what made us productive. I think what made us productive was being really strict on the yapping time.
I have no opinions on this right now. I liked it. But I do agree with you. Like, if you can't do 3.5 hours every time,
Yeah.
because the limit does exist, and it's about 2 hours for me. But I did enjoy it.
Yes.
Let's
Same.
say goodbye to our friends. But yeah, I've only ever had one Red Bull, and it was during a wild night wherein I had to write a whole paper, and I drank it with so much other stuff that I almost had a stroke.
Bless you.
Mama, I am a rich man. Yeah. Accounting would come in handy if you marry rich. Plain
TSD, because you said you had
Yeah.
PTSD from the plane one.
Yeah. Not your best work, Katie. 118 words for Kagehime. Well done. You sure you don't have it on 1.75 speed? I don't have anything on anything else than 1 point speed because I'm trying to untrain my brain from like the instant gratification of speeding up videos.
Mhm.
I worked on journal stuff that time. Nina talked to their mom on the phone to get some travel stuff sorted out. Where are you going? I snuggle bun and watch some YouTube because I cannot get my brain to boot without caffeine. Oh my god, yes, Cassidy. And Kagehime is so close to climax. Phrasing.
Yeah, you're stressing us out.
I just think this is so funny. But yeah, climax of your novel. Interiority can come later, especially if it isn't already there. It takes a lot of practice to put interiority in. But alas, nothing is perfect. Even 20 years of writing experience will not make you perfect. But maybe it would. I'm perfectly terrible. Bless you. I'm going to Edinburgh next week. I knew this. You gave me travel tips.
Yes.
I did, and I can't wait for you to report back. Okay.
Oh, freaking.
Oh, hello, my love. How you
You're in the
doing?
neighbors. Good girl.
He's so nosy.
No attention whatsoever. Does not give a fuck.
Well, thank you so much for streaming for 3.5 hours today. Got
Thank you for
not a
having
lot
me.
of words done, but I got a bunch of world building done, so that's fun.
But it's really good.
And I haven't written like properly all week, so this is the first. I didn't do the math. I watched the curves, the graph. There you go.
Oh.
And this is the first day in 10 days that I've reached my word count goal. So
Nice.
we're going. And with that, the Sunday, 22nd of March, 26 comes to an end.
Season comes to an end.
Bye.